Hey Libra, welcome to your reading. These are journal readings, and I'm Empress Rose. So we take what works and we leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. And if I don't catch your wavelength or storyline on this reading, check your other major placements. Starting with an intuitive vibe from the Moonology and Work Your Light decks, then we'll move to a more traditional spread with the Santa Muerte tarot deck. And if I have time, and sometimes if I don't have time, and who even defines if I have time or not? This is my channel, this is my time. So if I feel like it, we'll do a Kuan oracle card at the end. All right. Oh, that's interesting. I just so that you didn't, there's just like charcoal on here. I have like candles and incense and all stuff, so it's not surprising charcoal would end up on that card. I just hadn't noticed it before. All right. That card is hard sometimes. Oh my gosh. What are you, a Leo this month? Okay, so a lot of familiar cards here. Believe in the impossible. I like it. Something impossible, something maybe you've waited on for a very long time that has started to feel like it's never going to happen. Something that doesn't seem possible. Oh my God, I like that one. Believe in the impossible. Step out of your comfort zone. I'm really surprised. Leo got a lot of these. This is a huge deck. I shuffle, like I move it around. I mean, it's hard to shuffle in a traditional way. But I move it, I smush it all around. So it's always very interesting when similar cards come out. Step out of your comfort zone. Great, love this card. Okay, yeah, we're stepping out of our comfort zone. Okay, we've been doing that a lot lately, but yep, we're going to step out of our comfort zone. Well, if you want the impossible, you're going to have to do something different, right? You want different results, you're going to have to do something different. It's time to take action. Mixed with step out of your comfort zone is a little breathtakingly frightening, but it's time to take action. Sometimes action is just planning. Hopefully, I like planning more than stepping out of my comfort zone in a big, bold way, but okay. And then the energy is gaining momentum. This is waxing moon. We're getting there. We're already on our way somewhere. Where are we going? We don't know, but we're already on our way. There's a lot going on here. Oh my gosh, this has so much momentum to it. This is like, I'm hearing car sounds. I don't know. I don't even know how to make them anymore. I'm too old. But this is like this push, this movement, this energy coming forward here. Stepping out of your comfort zone, taking action. Something impossible is getting closer to happening. The energy's gaining momentum. I can feel it. And then we have the initiation, rite of passage, crossing some sort of threshold. So I've gotten this about like a birthday party. I've also gotten this about like something not working out, but it's typical for that thing to not work out. And it's almost a badge of honor when you work in that industry for it to go like that. So I've gotten it for that. But I also think that this could be really crossing some sort of threshold. Like there's no going back now. You stepped out of your comfort zone and now you're on your way. Now you're going. There's some sort of initiation, rite of passage, crossing some sort of threshold, irreversible. You're not going back. It's not going backwards. Ugh. That's scary because it's stepping out of my comfort zone. Typically for me, I step out like 1 or 2 steps, totally freak out. What the hell just happened? What the hell did I just do? Scurry back 1 to 2 steps, not all the way, like just 1.5 steps. And then I can make another 2 step forward and then scurry back because it's terrifying. That first, like, what did I just step on? What was this step like? How am I out here like this? So, answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? This is possibly actually answering a phone call. But this is also, what is your soul calling you to do? Hooey! It's calling you towards something impossible, and energy is gaining momentum. And it's calling you to step out of your comfort zone. It's calling you to take action. It's calling you to irreversible movement forward. In what? You know. I don't think it's a secret to you. Maybe there could be a couple avenues, a couple things in your life that you need to take some sort of step that's scary and big. But it's all part of your soul's path. It's all part of what you're here to do. All right, Libra. Let's see. Let's move on to this other Santa Muerte tarot deck here. Whew. This is your past, your present, your inner landscape. What's the issue? Your environment, your to-do list, your possible outcome. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is a lot of intense energy here. A bunch of major arcana. So very fascinating. Here in your recent past, you have the Hanged Man. You have figuring things out. The situation has been stuck, a little stagnant. It's like a pause in time, like time's not moving for you. That's been a coronavirus situation right there. But you've been figuring stuff out, understanding stuff, but you've been in sort of a stuck mode. Here we are. This is where you're at, and you've been here for a long time. But meantime, you've been learning, you've been figuring things out. Nothing very obvious has been happening. I want to say the water hasn't been changed recently. There's not a lot of flow here, not a lot of movement, but you're figuring out next steps, figuring out how you got in this situation, understanding something while you hang out. This has been a very productive use of your time, I feel like. In your current situation, you have the Six of Swords. You're moving away from something that no longer serves you. You're moving away from the devil you know, because the devil you don't know is a fine risk at this point. Thank you very much. I don't really need the devil I know anymore. I already know those tricks. I already know the situation. This is my refugee card. This leaving a war-torn land. Leaving a place of deep wounding where you've been very wounded and not being there anymore. Heading out to the open ocean. There's sunshine, there's land out there, but there's also a storm. You don't really give a shit anymore. It's just like, this is wherever I've been, this stagnant energy, this thing where time stands still and nothing happens, I can't be here anymore. I can't be in this stagnant energy. I'd rather a storm out on the open ocean than sit here in this cesspool for a minute longer. I've got to get moving. I've got to get going. I've got to move on to some place I don't know, that seems unsettled, that seems dangerous, that seems possibly, who knows what's going to happen there, right? But I can't be here in this stagnant energy anymore. I can't stay there. So moving on, moving forward from something that's not working for you anymore, that's actually been harmful for you, maybe a mentality, since this Hanged Man has a lot going on up in his head, meanwhile his environment is there's a lot going up on his head. So it could be leaving an unsettled mentality, leaving a way of doing things, a way of being in the world that no longer works for you. You don't know necessarily where you're going or what's going on here, but this is your step out of your comfort zone. This is your first step out of your comfort zone, because your comfort zone sucks. Your comfort zone's a stagnant cesspool. So it's like, I feel like you need a diaper change in a way. That's the message I'm getting from this Hanged Man. Hanged Man needs a diaper change. This is gross. This is the stagnancy that what you've been sitting in for a while has gotten real gross. So it's time for you to move on. It's time to almost literally stepping out of your comfort zone, because this whole thing isn't working for you anymore. And you figured that out. You knew that. So moving on, you're moving on out of your comfort zone. Then we have the Empress energy. This is your internal landscape right now, your hopes, your fears. Your hope is that you have what you need. You have what you need to move forward. You've packed this little canoe with everything you need. Your hope is that you're enough, that you have everything that you need. You may actually be a little afraid, like, I have everything I need. This is everything I need. But this is a very empowered. You could be feeling very empowered, or you could be hoping to feel more empowered than you currently do as you set off out of this little cesspool. You want to feel more empowered. You want to feel you've been wounded, you've been hurt, you've been in a way, we're seeing the stump here, so cut down in your prime in a way, but now you've recovered, you've regained, you have what you need, you're ready to move forward, you're ready to go forward. Something was ended too soon, but now there's some recovery here, some having everything you need, having Yeah, abundance, Earth Mother. She's got the flowers. She's got the butterflies swirling around her. Her mind is a safe, secure place. I want to say she knows in her mind who she is, and she's very empowered mentally, and there's some sort of abundance here or power here that she possesses, but she does not necessarily talk about or brag about or something like that, because I'm seeing that the mouth is covered here, and that usually doesn't pop out to me. The mouth is covered, so there's something you're not talking about, some sort of hope or power that you're not talking about here. That's your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape. What's going on up here? So you hope to feel empowered, but there is something you're holding back here. You're not talking about something. And then here we have the Four of Cups. So Four of Cups is a refusal of the things that used to make you happy. This is a natural part of change. It's also part of a depression questionnaire. I don't know how they can tell the difference between not being interested in what's usually made you happy. Yeah, because we change. So sometimes we're not interested in those things anymore, and that's okay. It's okay, and maybe part of that is moving on from something and not quite knowing where you're going to, right? Moving away from something but not knowing, no guarantees about where you're going to. So you've left something behind here. Well, in the upright, I'd say you left something behind. And you're focused on your heart, you're focused on your feelings, how you feel, and you don't really want those things. So, but you could be coming out of a depression, a stagnancy. I mean, with this Hanged Man, we have a lot of stagnancy. So you could be coming out of that. A re-engagement, or a depression, a listlessness, a grief. In the upright, I often take it as a refusal to re-engage with a habitual, a routine. You know, we have these sort of routines with people and situations, and what could be at issue is a breaking of that routine, but that would be in the upright. So maybe even continuing to engage in a thought process that you already know you don't want to. So you're trying to move away from something, and yet you might be stuck in a routine, an old pattern that you're meant to break out of. Not accepting the new thing, not stepping out of your comfort zone, not answering the call. And then in your environment, we have the Star card. I think you got this last week too. No, did you? I can't remember. So this is our cosmic cheerleader. This might be some fame, some notoriety in your environment, something being noticed for something, being appreciated for something. This can also be somebody in your life who is, or just a cosmic yes, 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 you are on the right path. Yes, go down. She's our cheerleader, right? So she's like, go team. And she's like, you're headed to the right basket. Keep going to the right basket, go. And she gets other people excited. She's getting other people excited about you heading in the right direction on whatever sportsy thing you're doing. And you're doing really well. And so this is like some sort of situation in your environment that's like, yes, keep going. Yes, this is exactly where you need to be. You are exactly where you need to be. And that's the Star card. She's sitting there cheering you on, saying you're exactly where you need to be. Exactly where you need to be. You've hit your mark, and you're right where you need to be here. And so, so there's something in your environment or there's somebody in your environment that has some notoriety and some amount of fame, and they're somehow in proximity to you, or shining that light on you, reflecting that onto you. Or it could be just things in your environment are like, yeah, okay, now you are on the right path. Yeah, you've launched away from some sort of way of being, way of thinking, way of doing things that no longer works for you, and you're headed there. And this is wish fulfillment too, right? And I'm loving that we have these two power women here, or powerful female forces here. We have this Empress here, and we have the Star card, the cheerleader, the cosmic cheerleader, here to help you, here to tell you that you're doing a good job, you're right on track, and the Empress is fully empowered. I'm really liking that, especially with this in your past and your current situation, the stagnant energy, this trying to figure things out, and this movement now, this movement towards some unknown place, but you're getting a lot of affirmations that yes, this is exactly the place you need to be. This is exactly where you need to go. You're right on the right track. You're right on the track. You're right. And there's this wish fulfillment card, you know, and I like the Star card coming in with this, believe in the impossible, because the Star card is here saying basically the same thing. Believe in the impossible, believe that your wishes can come true, believe that your dreams can come true. And yeah, encouraging you to continue on this path. Now, of course, in life, we always get redirections, but the path that you're on right now is exactly where you need to be. This does not bar redirections from coming at you in the future, but this is right where you need to be, and you're having a moment of wish fulfillment in your environment and being right where you need to be. So what is your soul calling you to do? Well, it looks like you've launched away from what it's definitely not calling you to do. You've taken some action. You are answering the call, and the Star card is here saying, yes, 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 I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're answering this call. I'm so glad you're doing what you're doing. And then we have King of Pentacles. This is a very fascinating card here. It's got that Empress vibe, having everything you need, owning something. You've worked hard for something, and look at, it's his possession. He has it. He has something. This could be work. This could be a job. This could be something you've worked hard for. Time, money, owning that time and money. What's yours is truly yours. You've truly earned it, and coming into a sense of ownership somehow. This is the King of Pentacles. He's earned his money. He's got a lot of it. He's got a treasure chest full of it, and it's his, and it's locked, and you're not getting your little mitts in there at all. So this is, I think, owning. He also is a very planning, long haul kind of, bonds, not stocks kind of king, right? And he looks out for the financial well-being of the whole kingdom. He's got the financial well-being of the whole kingdom. So this could be some sort of work situation coming in, some sort of money situation where you have it, you own it. Maybe you need to own the work that you've done. It comes right underneath the Six of Swords. So heading out into the unknown, and I want you to own that journey that you're on, believing in the impossible. It's almost like you just need to have what you have. You've earned something. You've gotten something. It's yours. There's like a boss energy here, like you're very much in charge. I was talking earlier about being your own, with some sign, being your own executive, right? Because I'm my own lazy secretary. And if my lazy inner secretary is in charge of things, she does not want to make that phone call. She does not want to do that. She doesn't want to make the phone call. She doesn't want to write the letter. So I have like some executive moments that happen in my day where I'm like, okay, yeah, but this is the smart thing to do. And so then we make decisions based on how we want to run the overall thing. And then we inform the lazy part of ourselves that what they're going to be doing today to achieve those goals. That sounds very funny, but it does seem to work for me. So, why am I saying that? I think our King of Pentacles, getting into executive mode, cautious, not cautious, but solid, a solid executive, a solid, in charge of the money, in charge of your work, in charge of your kingdom in a very secure, safe way. So, oh yes, so your Empress is looking for some sort of security. You're hoping to have everything you need. You're hoping to feel secure, and this is feel secure. Look at it. That treasure chest is secure. It's safe. Now, he has it with both hands, and it's locked. It's his. So coming into a sense of security that maybe this path is yours, and maybe you're gaining momentum, you're taking action. You are taking hold of a sense of security, solid, and it's backed up by work. This is no get-rich-quick scheme. It's backed up by a lot of work, a lot of planning, and a lot of effort. Some of the planning that went on in here. Okay, and then where you're going. The Fool card, 0, level 0, being called out of, I love it. I love when these two cards show up because this is you moving away from something. That sucks. I'll go out into the unknown here. And this is you leaving a graveyard, but you're not leaving. This is leaving something. This is pursuing something. And your bags aren't totally packed, but you're on board. This butterfly's caught your attention. It's very exciting. You're very fascinated by it, especially having been in this land of the dead. This is like the Dia de los Muertos card here. You know, you're in the graveyard. You've got your magnolias, your orange magnolias here. You've been honoring some sort of past, honoring the dead, but it's totally time to move on. Not only time to move away from something, but something's going to catch your eye. There's going to be a new opportunity and you're going to move forward towards it. And you're going to do so in security, understanding that you have everything that you need and that you are, I want to say, financially secure, although that doesn't make sense for everybody. But your employment or something about your time and your energy is very secure and coming into a real ownership of that and that work that you've done. And then from that solid base here, you'll be launching off into a new path, and not away from something, but towards something beautiful, fascinating that catches your eye. And then you just naturally move away from some sort of graveyard in this past. So I really like those two cards, the Six of Swords and the Fool card coming in together. It makes me very happy. Okay, and then we're going to, because this is very much focused on where you've been, and that's bullshit, and I don't want to be there in the stagnant energy anymore. So we start off with stagnancy, and we start off with just a decision to, like, that, not that. Whatever, okay. Just not that and never that. Never that again. And then now, instead of saying not that, we're saying yes this. We find something to say yes to. Something exciting and fascinating that really pulls us out of that stagnant energy. In a way, we're not looking behind anymore. We're not going to be looking behind us at all. We're only looking towards the future. That graveyard's there behind us. It's gone. It's done. They all live their lives. We've honored them. We've honored the past as much as we need to. And now let's move excitedly, delightedly forward. Into the woods, I want to say. More danger zone. But that's the fun of this life, right? Moving in and out of pickles, in and out of danger zones. Leaping forward. It's winter time, but you're taking a leap anyway. Sister of Shambhala, put your faith in the light and believe that good things can happen and will happen. Oh, believe in the impossible, possibly. We do not need to deny darkness, nor do we need to place our minds there. There are lighter dwelling places into which our minds can settle. Yes, there's light, there's lighter places. Trust in the spring that follows the winter. Here we go. Here's the spring that follows the winter. I like it. All right, dear Libra, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your subscribes. I very much appreciate your... Did I say scribes or subscribes? Anyway, you know what I meant. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful week.